Yeah, so the small, like, I feel confident about these small ones, but then when they don't turn out to be big, turn out to be good, it makes me more anxious as to I couldn't do the small ones, how will I be able to do the major ones?
So your confidence is high until it's time to do the smaller presentations. And then because you haven't practiced them, your anxiety is higher, and that makes you feel self-defeated about doing the larger presentations.
Yeah, sometimes I think I take it for granted that okay,
Okay.
I'll be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
need to stop doing that.
You neglect them a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that, while you're talking to me, it seems that you are anxious just thinking about these presentations, and I know that you're worried about your grades, so I think that we do need to kind of problem solve here and figure out what we can do for the rest of your semester to make this better.
Yes, I really want to work through it.
Good. So, in the past, you've tried some relaxation techniques, but those haven't been great.
Yeah, I feel like, so this is what my thinking is like, some anxiety I guess I need to have before I present. Like, when I feel like confident, okay, I'm going to do it, I screw it up. So I feel that some anxiety is good so that I work on it, I practice it. And if I like go for relaxation techniques at that time, I don't think it makes a good combination. Like, and I have also tried using them before I have to present, but they haven't really worked for me.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit reluctant to use them.
So you're reluctant, but you said something that I thought was important. You said that that I don't remember what it was. You had some anxiety is useful for you because it makes you do well and it makes you want to perform well.
Yes, that's what I feel.
But that's good because you can use that to know that it's okay if you have a little bit of anxiety. And we can work together to try to figure out what to do about this major overwhelming anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I think that doing a problem-solving worksheet together might be helpful because it can help us kind of identify specific ways that we can help you with your anxiety. Does that sound like something you'd be willing to do?
Yeah, like how does it work?
Okay, well, you can talk about it here. So we can just work through this worksheet together. And what we're going to start with is we're going to identify the issue that's going on, and then we're going to work through anything that you can think of, just a long list of possible solutions that you think would make this performance anxiety better for you. And then we'll together pick a few solutions that you think is helpful, that you'd like to work on, and we'll kind of talk through those in more depth. And then from there we can come up with a plan to move forward.
This sounds
good?
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you define the problem?
To be more confident while doing presentations.
Okay. So the problem is your level of confidence?
Yes. I would say both confidence and anxiety.
Okay. So your level of confidence in presentations, which is giving you
Which makes me
anxiety,
more anxious.
which makes you more anxious. So would you say that you have a lower level of confidence?
Yes. And it's both together, like goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Less confident, more anxious, less confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think are some possible solutions. And this can be anything that you can think of that you've tried, that you haven't tried, anything that you think would make this anxiety better and boost your confidence.
Maybe like where I used to do my recordings, like recording my audios and listening to them.
Okay. So recording yourself, give the presentation.
So I used to just audio record myself, but I feel like video recording, like actually doing the entire presentation, that will also help me.
Okay, so you're used to audio record?
Yeah, like first I used to just audio record as to what I want to talk, but now I can do it along with my presentation as to how I would actually present.
Okay, so doing the full length of
Yes.
the presentation? Okay, so I'll say the full presentation. Okay.
Like doing it with a friend
Okay.
probably can help me.
Tell me more about that.
Like asking a friend to sit and see how I'm doing it.
Okay, so giving your presentation for a friend.
Friend, yeah.
Okay. And it sounds like that might be helpful because you talked to me about how you used to not have as much anxiety, familiar faces. And that you were able to take that feedback more positively and constructively, so that's good. What else? Can you think of any other options?
Planning the presentations ahead of time.
Okay. So planning ahead. So would that entail making a schedule of when
to do it, yeah.
Okay.
Like things have been getting like piled up for me right now, so it's like I'm working at end moments. So like making plans and scheduling it on time.
Okay. So planning ahead and scheduling to make time.
Yeah.
Okay, these all sound really good. Can you think of anything else?
Like doing both, like with cue cards and without cue cards as well, and like
Okay.
telling yourself it's okay if you forget some things.
Okay. So practicing with your cue cards. And at the same time, not beating yourself up if you've forgotten to say something on them. So not relying on them too much.
For that, I guess I have to make peace with myself. Like,
okay.
Oh, it's okay to like let some points go.
Okay. So practicing the cue cards, but making peace with yourself if you don't hit every single point.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
This should work.
Hmm?
This should work.
Okay, okay, good. So out of all these things that we've talked through, is there one or two that you might feel is more helpful for you?
Probably doing a full recording of my presentation.
Okay.
And having a friend with me.
So a full recording and practicing with a friend.
Yeah. And scheduling ahead of time.
Okay, so planning this out. Better planning and scheduling for the presentation. Great. So let's talk a little bit more about these options. So let's talk about this first one, doing a full recording. What do you think might be the advantages of doing this?
Like having a prior exposure so that I'm less anxious while doing it actually.
Okay, so kind of how I was talking about exposing yourself. Okay, so having the exposure of practicing. What other advantages?
More confidence. Yes,
Okay.
we are done with